good total leather to crank us up. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. So the Nebraska Cornhuskers offense will have the football first. And we've been really eager to see this matchup. This quarterback against an elite defense. Jesse, what does a quarterback have to keep in mind when you face a group like this?
Well, he's just going to have to be dialed in. He's had a lot of success this year so far. This is a different animal than this defense he's playing. He's got to be...
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
What an individual effort that time, beating his guy and getting in the backfield and making a play. Ohio State has had so many dominant D-linemen in recent years, right? The Bosa brothers, Chase Young, you know those guys are watching this game. They're proud of what they just saw. This dude is a game wrecker.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
You talk about being handed a chance on a silver platter. 1st and goal from the 3. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0 mid-level. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. And this crowd loves a good pass rusher in the line of Chase Young, the Moses, Jim still wagging. The Buckeyes can get after the quarterback.
And when the crowd's going nuts like it does in the shoe, it just makes it easier to rush the pass. So the snap count is silent, it's predictable, and then you pin your ears back, and that's why they've had so many great pass rushers at Ohio State.
Off play action. He's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety.
Well, the defense could smell blood in the water in that situation, and a great job pursuing, getting to the football, showing you all of that athleticism they have, and they come away with the safety.
And they'll set up for the free kick from their own 20. Running into the open space. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. He leaves it with his back. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the marker. It's Boone. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. We We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer. But you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Now facing a third and long. Rides the back and leaves it. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. They're going to send out the field goal unit, and that kicker will have to launch a rocket. Well, players don't really like kickers, but if this guy bangs through this 60-yarder, he'll be the toast of the team. What an absolute howitzer he unleashed off his foot.
You can count on one hand how many kickers in college football today can make that kick. That guy's one of them.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. He'll start this drive firing. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
On third and short, they'll try to throw for it. Rushes on him. And the Heat gets there. And they get it down at the 14-yard line.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
The Huskers decide to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Looks it in at the 40. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Coming out on first down with the play fake. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
It's just part of playing the position, and that's an interception this young man's going to learn from. That's the first interception he's thrown in his college football career, and guess what? It's probably not going to be his last. You got to turn the page and learn from it.
The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Snagged out of the air. They'll get him stopped at the 45, but it's a big 15-yard pickup and a first down.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I think the offensive coordinators over there going, thank goodness we don't play them every week. This defense has been suffocating. This offense got to find something moving forward that they can hang their hat on, some kind of identity. Today they were shut down, but listen, there's a game next week, right? Like, got to continue to find what it is that makes this team go, that makes them tick, that makes them get first downs, and then hopefully move the football.
Tackled right at the 43-yard line, and this knee didn't let him sniff that first down marker. They kick it away on fourth down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
It's complete on the right side. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Makes the grab. It's Dennis. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Trying to get it to the marker. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Trying to move them on the counter. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. And the Buckeyes will bring the punt team onto the field. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Quarterback on the keeper. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. And the Huskers in the hurry-up.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against the different defense.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The kick is on its way. No chance for a return. He makes the fair catch at the 26, and that's where they'll go to work. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Paul.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got him downfield. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. Just got to get him to the ground quickly.
After coming up with back-to-back explosive plays, here they are, 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And this one will be stopped for no gain. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Fired in from the red zone for the score. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Marshall is down right now, but you simply can't rule out a comeback. Randy Moss had a hand in getting this kid to Huntington, so if he thinks the magic is there, who am I to disagree? It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Middle Tennessee. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18. The Cornhuskers want to crank the tempo. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. The punt team makes its way onto the field. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Makes the signal, secures the fair catch, and they'll put it in play at the 37. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Quickly out to the tight end. Hauled down, and they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll do it himself. The margin for error is so small in a conference like this, and in Big Ten play, really imperative to get off to a good start.
You really focus on all offseason getting off to such a great start, right? Start fast, win our conference. Well, this is step 1. And so I think you're so tired of hitting your own color jerseys, by the way. You're excited when you get in conference plays. You start to get some of that familiarity, some of that also that hatred that you have for these other teams. So the Big Ten is a fun conference.
Yeah, and you know both of these teams, their players have had this game circled all offseason because this is the first one. This is the first step towards winning a Big Ten championship. Both teams feel like they've got the playmakers to compete in conference this year, but it all starts today.
He'll keep it himself. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The Buckeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. He'll throw on 3rd down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And the missed connection on 3rd down. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They just haven't been able to get any... Oh, he's got some space. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5. The Huskers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Unleashes one. He makes a catch. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on 1st down. He'll pull it down and run. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. And the Huskers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? They'll try to get the 1st through the air. Unleashes one deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
It just looks to me like the offense is starting to get a little bit impatient, right, guys? They haven't scored in this game yet, and all of a sudden now they're taking shots down the field, and they're trying to make it happen. But the defense, they have been lights out. They force another incompletion.
He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down. Fires to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. The Buckeyes can really attack on this 2nd and short. From the gun, the ground game. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. They get him stopped at the 30, but not before he gets 5 yards. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They go to the ground. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. And the Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. Got his man. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. 4 wideout set, 2 by 2 on 2nd and 5. They're working that left side. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Buckeyes really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They marched the ball 51 yards for the score. And the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. And he's coming out of the end zone. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Cornhuskers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Grabbed over the middle. It's Gadecki. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Orlando. Inside the 25, stopped at the 24. Clock will stop to move the chains. He'll pull it on the read. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Columbus for an entertaining 1st half than you? And it's been a dynamite 1st half, leading to a one-sided score right now. It's not over, but I think both sides know this is on the verge of a blowout. That opposing defense is inside its locker room right now wondering 2 things. What just happened, and what do we do now to try to make this respectable? Time to put an end to the speculation and find out. They're inside the horseshoe.
He'll bring it out. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. The RPO, it's complete. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
The Buckeyes just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the catch. It's Boone. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Running back searching for a hole. Gets it past the marker. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
You talk about creating big plays in the running game like this. This makes the game really easy. Actually, when you got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big gain for the offense.
Makes the catch. It's Boone. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. That's caught. It's Dennis. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Buckeyes getting set on 1st and 10. Unloads quickly. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. Now the offense trying to operate in the red zone. Second down, he'll throw it. Under fire. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to find another play in the red zone. It'll be 3rd down. Quarterback on the keeper. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He steps out of bounds after a huge play, but hang on just a second. Defense might get bailed out here by a flag. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. They'll run play action. Unloads to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down. So here comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today. They've already made a couple. Not a particularly long kick from 36 yards out, but he'll have to guide it in from the left hash. Splits the uprights right down the middle. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the moon kind. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. That's caught. It's Gadecki. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a 1st down. Pass completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. The give to the tailback. He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run. Off the play fake. It's complete to the right. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? When you've already sent your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if he fires one high and deep. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field.
They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there. On 2nd and 10, a 4 wide out set, trips right. They'll go to the ground. Turning it on. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29. Back to pass on 2nd down. Complete to the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain. On 1st down from the 13-yard line. The give to the left side. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. Hit a little speed bump on this drive. It's 2nd and 12. Power football with the run. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can't pick up the first without scoring. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. So here comes the field goal unit once again. They've already kicked 3 tonight. Didn't make them sweat at all. It's good. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Makes a grab on the shot. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. Get a big play like that last one. You flip the field. You change the momentum. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 38. Under fire. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Get it out on the screen. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. Past the sticks, and he may get more. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Pass rush, coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And this defense has been flying around. They are everywhere. There's 6 sacks on the day, spreading it around, multiple people coming from every angle. This QB has had a nightmare of a day.
The Huskers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Smith wants to throw. Makes the grab down the middle. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Caught over the middle. It's Ship. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
And that's good enough for a first down.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. He'll do it himself. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Setting up the screen. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and long.
On the play. It's 3rd down.
From the gun, wants to pass. Unleashes to the end zone. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Nebraska! This game is almost certainly decided already, but the good news is for the next game, guys still flying around, still playing hard, not really hanging their heads.
Long season. This is early in the season. Still got plenty of time. Still find out which plays you like, which you don't, and keep running them, keep getting better at them. So use this as practice.
On to attempt the try. They get the extra point on the board, but they're still down 35-7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, that pivotal top 15 battle is in the books. Here's how things went down. Georgia was like a 65-man mute button. They went on the road and silenced one of the most vocal crowds in football. And it's clear this Dogs team has adopted the mantra, let your play do the talking. Sure happened today.
Fires to the wideout. Complete downfield.
Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a top 15 matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Makes the grab. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Fires to the right. It's caught. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. Even in the 4th quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive. Pedal to the metal.
Throws to the wideout. And the shot to the middle of the field falls to the turf. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. They'll send the tight end in motion. This time it's complete. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
And that's a first down.
From the red zone, looking for a space. Makes the grab on the left. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Brings up 2nd down.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Gets it out fast. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Now the play fake. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
And the field goal unit is on the field. And he'll envision the ball flight as he lines it up from the right hash and 38 yards out. Just drives it between the uprights. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Smith dropping to pass. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And it's simply been that kind of day for this offense. They've had so many struggles, and at this point in the fourth quarter, you're trailing by a ton of points. The defense knows you're throwing it, and they're pinning their ears back, and they're getting after you, as you saw it on that sack there.
And the Huskers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wants to fire on second down. Pocket breaking down. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
And they get him again. This is a offense that you expect them to protect their guy. I mean, he is a dude that you know if you give him time, he's going to make plays. But this defense is making sure he's not getting that time.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Oh, that slithered right through his fingers and would have been his second interception of the game. Instead, it's fourth down. He'll get away another punt. He's been really at 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Able to tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. Pulls it in, it's Dennis. He's brought down quickly, minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. The Buckeyes, he gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
He has been the go-to guy on offense all game long. And under critical third down here in the fourth quarter, surprise, surprise, guess who they go to? That guy.
The give, and tick, 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 tick.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. Makes the grab. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. He'll return it. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Let's see if this offense can get out of a hole as they start this drive at their own 8. The give to the running back from the shotgun. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. A third and long. Smith wants to throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's Gadecki. Really nice gain. Gets it out across the 20. It'll be a first down at the 22. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
You've got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation